I named it Trucks and Stuff.
Hi, y'all. Is
Hey,
there anybody
guys.
in here?
There's 3 people, maybe. Of course, this doesn't show that you've gone live yet. Anybody there? Can y'all hear us?
Can you hear me?
Do
Can you hear me now?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. Okay. Cool. Okay. I guess we're live. Charlene, hello.
Hi,
She said she can
Charlene.
hear us. Oh, hey, I just got a notification that you went live.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking about doing a Friday live at 4 o'clock for a while, and this is really the first opportunity we've had to do it.
Hi, Jean. How are you?
Hi, Gene.
Yeah, so hi, Liam.
Hi, Liam.
We want to start going live regularly on Fridays at 4 o'clock on this channel. But we had kind of thought about doing that right before I had surgery, and then I just wasn't up for
Hi,
it.
Pat.
So we're good now. I think we're good to do this and maybe be consistent on Friday nights at 4, hopefully. So yeah.
Maybe, this was kind of a quick thing we done here to throw this up, but I don't know, maybe y'all's gonna catch me working on some of my lives. We'll just have to set a camera up while I'm working, and Jen will have to keep you entertained while y'all watch me working. But I've been working on this thing nonstop for like the past week.
Yeah, he has.
Well, I say that nonstop. We've been, I've been building a closet for my neighbor, and whenever I get done working on his stuff, then I come down here and work on my stuff.
So our neighbor is The Hill Logic is the name of his channel, and Wiley's helping him build an add-on to their house. They also live in a tiny home, and our neighbor's 70 years old. So about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he's done for the day.
So that leaves me plenty of time to get to work on this thing.
Yeah, and I'm in bed most of the day, so I'm not out bossing Wiley around like normal.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Usually I'm there handing him tools.
Not out here sticking a camera in my face all the time.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because, I'm doing some pretty cool stuff to this truck. And
he is.
It really sucks that I don't have a camera out here. And I'm not the type of person to be able to work and operate a camera at the same time.
He doesn't even like it when I'm putting the camera in his face. When I'm like, hang on, I gotta change angles, or the battery's almost dead, like he hates it when I stop him when he's in the middle of something. And so expecting him to record anything on his own is just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Jean, I'm feeling pretty good since my surgery. I had my post-op appointment this afternoon, and the doctor says everything looks great. I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like, I don't know. Honestly, it took an hour each way to get back and forth to the doctor's office today, and we had to stop at Walmart and grab something to eat. And I am just wore out. I haven't done anything in 2 weeks, and so a trip to the doctor's office has me wanting a nap now. That's sad. But I feel good, and the doctor says that I'm doing good. So, and I have an appointment to start physical therapy next Friday. Yep. So next Friday, actually, your Friday Night Live might end up being in the car.
Appointment.
Yeah, or at the doctor's appointment.
Well, that'll suck.
So yeah.
Hey, Danimals.
Hey, Dan, how are you? About to start doing some welding, but I'll be listening.
That's what I've been doing. I have so much welding to do to this thing. It's unreal. You probably can't see it, but welding spatter, I'm covered. I look like I'm sick with chicken pox or something.
That's because he refuses to wear long sleeves. This guy in protective gear don't get along.
Not really.
Glad you're doing good after surgery. Not sure what you had done, but I can't see that. Dang it. The bottom comment on my phone, guys, is there's always this little heart in the way. And so I always have a hard time reading that bottom comment.
Are we not on all comments or something here? Is
We
it
are
not
here. There it is. It's there. Done, but glad you're healing.
Oh, okay.
So it just pops up a little bit later on StreamYard than it does
Oh,
on my
okay.
phone.
I got
And I kind of have to squint to read it. So, yeah, he's not good at using PPE. No.
No. Not at all.
I forgot what else I was gonna say.
So I'm probably gonna mess up Jen's plans here, but I think I'm gonna grab the phone and give him a walk around to the truck. What do you think?
Go for it, but I'm not getting up. It's hard to get up and down, so I'm just gonna stay right here and let Wiley give you guys a tour. By the way, just overlook the mess he's made because I haven't been out here to clean up after him.
Yeah, I'm kind of messy, guys. It's out here by myself and trying to get stuff done. But so those of you that's not aware, this is obviously a 1962 model cab, front clip. It's going to be a 1962 model truck, but so it's kind of a mess right now. It's still under construction, but that's all 2014 dash. It's got the 2014 steering wheel, instruments, air conditioning, everything is still just like 2014 inside this 1962 truck. Same thing with the seats. The floorboard and the seats are all out of the 2014, all inside this 1962 cab. So, see if I can get down here where you can see it. I'm having to weld pieces to span from the 1962 to the 2014 to connect them together. So that's all what I've been welding on. And up front here, same thing right here. As you can see on the other side, I have a plate welded from the 1962 cab down to the 2014 firewall. And I have gotten this far. That whole side over there is done all the way from the bottom up to the top and over about halfway. You see the gap right here between the 62 cab and the 2014 firewall. That's what I'm doing, is I'm covering all this stuff up. But everything is going to be, it's all 2014. Everything underneath, it's just all the sheet metal on the outside is going to be the 1962. And I could actually drive it like it is right now, but it's not roadworthy. It's still got some other things to do to it, but see if I can get us back in our chairs back in focus here.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Danimal said use the old cab and new front clip in bed. It's pretty much gonna look like this.
That's pretty much exactly what it's gonna look like. I mean, you know, the fenders got rust in them in the normal places. It's not a perfect truck by any means, but that's kind of what I want. I want the, I don't know, rat rod, if you will, style look on the outside.
So he's gonna keep it rusty.
And I really can't afford to go buy, you know, $300 fenders and all that stuff anyway. So,
hey, Jamie, she said it's one of those days, and she said, "Hey guys, looks good, Wiley."
Thanks.
Yep. It's gonna be really
Wiley
awesome.
Mobile. Yeah. Right.
That's on the other side, on the driver's side, he's already started taking some of the paint off these blue fenders, and it's gonna look really, really nice. So he's just gonna take the paint off and let it rust a little bit, and then we'll seal it somehow.
So my intentions were This is a C60 cab, so like a 2-ton truck cab. My intentions was to use the C60 front clip also, but a C60 is wider in the front end, so whenever I put those fenders on, it just looked awful. My tires set in way too far. So I had an old parts truck sitting up at the end of the driveway that we use basically for a mailbox, and I had to go pull all this blue stuff off of it and use it. So
If he keeps sticking his thumb in my face, I'm gonna bite it off. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla said, "Sweet truck."
Nah, thanks.
It's gonna be super sweet, y'all.
It's 2014 Chevy 3500. Like it's everything but four-wheel drive Chevy 3500 dually, and everything but the sheet metal is 2014. It's going to be just like driving a 2014 truck, but sitting in a 62 model cab.
We got a really great deal on the 2014, and it only has 56,000 original miles on it, so it's gonna be dang near a brand new truck, y'all.
So it was a 2014 truck, and it was stolen in 2016. So it was only a couple of years old when it was stolen, and it was been missing ever since. The police in Seminole, Oklahoma actually found it and, brought it to the impound yard. And it happened to be my family that has the wrecker service that they called. And, they done all the correct paperwork, what Oklahoma calls Title 42. We done all the correct paperwork on it, Title 42 the truck, but the title came back as junk. So with a junk title in the state of Oklahoma, you cannot do anything but park that vehicle out. Well,
so we used part of it.
This is how I parted
to build
it out.
a new truck. So cool. Love the size. It's gonna be awesome, y'all. Like, I cannot wait for him to get this thing running. And it is running. I can't wait for it to be roadworthy.
I'm getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Right now, the 62 cab I bought off of a friend of mine, and it was an old farm truck around here. And
hey, Rochelle.
The guy that sold the truck to my friends actually passed away, so we've got to get a hold of his daughter, and his daughter's got to get us the paperwork on the 62. So,
but it's going to cost us a whole lot less to title a 62 than it would a 2014.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
I can't read what Liam said.
It will look great.
So it has the
vintage
6.0 gas motor with the 4L80 automatic.
From Tranny.
Yeah.
Tranny doesn't have to do.
Just the 4L80.
Oh, 4L80.
So it's the 6.0 gas motor. I'm not a big diesel fan. I've drove big trucks all my life, and I'm not a big diesel fan. And driving big trucks for 21 years cross country, I don't care to come home and drive a vehicle with a standard in it. So, I like the automatic and I like the gas motor.
I personally like driving a standard better. But it's been a long time since I've had one, so it's not a big deal. But I personally like the standard better. Such creativity. Yes, Wiley is a very creative guy.
It's been, so my biggest fear on this truck.
Oh, Liam. Okay, so I didn't know if you had, he said it will look great vintage and done clear coat to seal it. Yeah. I didn't know if you meant vintage, so I didn't want to read it that way, or if what you spelled was something that I just wasn't familiar with. So, sorry.
That's exactly what I want to do too, Liam. I want to, the blue to me just really clashes with the other parts I have for this truck.
The cab is kind of a greenish color, like a seafoam green and rust. And then the hood he has is kind of like a faded red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's faded red with rusty spots on it. And they actually don't look awful together. But the blue is shiny and a lot newer. So he's just going to take the paint off of the blue fenders and the blue front end and let it rust a little bit naturally. Yeah. So, well, thanks for listening.
Hi, Rochelle.
She's sewing and listening.
But I want to make it look. My intentions are eventually. I want to have dual stacks sticking up, and I want the rear end basically back here. I don't want a bed. I want it to look more like a semi truck with just the frame and little fenders over the axles and
we'll have a fifth wheel hitch back there.
I'm gonna have a fifth wheel and a gooseneck ball. Change the green to white.
Washed rust and make it red, white, and blue.
Yeah, right. I think we actually thought about that because the little inserts in the front of the hood are white. And I think I was going to have a white grill, but I think it's turned into a chrome grill now. The only one I could find is a friend of mine has one over there that's chrome. And
thank you, Steven. I'm sitting here. I'm somebody who almost always sits with my legs crossed. And so I have to keep reminding myself constantly that I'm not allowed to cross my legs right now. So you're going to see me shifting and moving a lot.
But you're sitting there with your legs crossed.
No, crossed is like this. This is my ankle on my knee, okay? I feel like my back is still in line for the most part.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, love the green, love that old green color. Very iconic. I agree.
Yeah, I love
really
that
like
green color.
And you can't really see it very good, but Wiley did say it's an old farm truck. So you can see where it says Gentry Farms right here on the doors.
They're really small letters, but yeah, they're really faded in there, but it's there. You can read Gentry Farms on it.
Yeah.
Hi, Elaine.
Hey, Elaine. Yeah. Rochelle said she sits with her legs crossed too. It's hard not to. It is. It's such a habit. Whenever I sit, I just sit with my legs crossed. And
we actually, so back to the color. I don't.
Oh. Wiley's colorblind, by the way, guys.
Yeah, so I'm colorblind.
If he tries to tell you this is purple, you know why. It's not because he's stupid. It's just because he can't see right.
But we have a tool that I haven't got to try out yet. And I might try this out later, or whenever I get everything put together and get to that point, I guess. But we had ordered it's an airbrush. The little airbrush.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually seen a trick last night on one of the guys I follow, and that's what he wound up doing. He wound up grinding all the paint that didn't match. So like this blue up here, he ground it all down. Then he took a sample of this paint and had some mixed. And then he used his airbrush and just kind of brushed little pieces and places just to make it look like it was worn off and faded. And then done the patina, what do they call it? Patina rub on it, and it looked really, really good. So I might try to do that to kind of blend the front and the back.
What he means is he's probably gonna have me do it because that's kind of my department. He builds things and I make them look pretty. When it comes to colors, I'm usually the one that holds the paintbrush. Unless it's painting a house. In that case, he's using an airless sprayer. Oh, it's still on top messages. Dang it. I don't know how that happened.
I haven't seen any.
The body shop here in Hicksville did a few older trucks and left the old painted branding on the doors, but I haven't seen anything this big done before. Where are you guys at? And what are your names, if you don't mind sharing? Because I like to, we like to think of everybody on here as our family and refer to you by your name. So I know we've seen you guys in our lives before.
They've been quite a bit, yeah.
But I don't know what your names are. So Rochelle, she's always the one stuck painting too. Yeah. I'm just really good at that detail work. It's funny because I have a short attention span, but when I'm doing stuff like that, I can.
And she does a really fantastic job. She's done a lot of our my woodwork stuff. We've done some inlay and a lot of woodwork stuff, and she's detailed that out with paint and does a fantastic job.
I take his excellence just to another level. We couldn't do it alone though. It takes both of us.
I can't even say hi, Dave. Why I can't?
I know. You've been Sam for so long. So why don't we just skip him and just say hi to Daisy?
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, Daisy.
Gypsy and the Vanilla Grill, Tammy and Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Nice to officially know your names. I will try to remember, but don't get mad if I don't. Just remind me a few times and I'll get it. Looks like
I don't know what Dan said. That's too far away.
Okay, guys, I haven't been able to keep up on your Arkansas adventure. Are you planning on moving out there or just having it as a second property?
We're moving.
Yeah, we'll be moving. But it can take 6 to 12 months for me to get released back to normal life. So we probably won't be moving till the spring. I don't think that I'm going to be able to be much good or help with anything until then. And we
Whatever made you think he was much good or help to begin with?
So, and we've got 4 kids. So 4 kids that live at home still, that are going to be moving with us. And it'd just be pretty brutal to move out there in the middle of winter. So
we won't be that far away. We're only like 3 hours, 3.5 hours away.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
Sam said Jen has jokes. Or Dave, I don't know even what to call you anymore.
What do you say? Ouch, Wiley. She can help me. She knows I'm just giving her hell. She's a lot of help. There's a lot of stuff I do that I couldn't do without her.
He'd starve without me.
Right.
He'd have to get his own tools. He'd have to clean up his own messes.
I'm having to do that anyway. Remember, you ain't doing nothing but laying in the house being fat and lazy.
I know, but look at this mess out here you made. You might be able to clean up your own mess, but you don't.
I have made a huge mess out here, guys.
He has.
Yeah.
The other side of the truck is worse. So that's why we set up on this side of the truck, because the mess on the other side of the truck is worse. There's just pieces of metal laying everywhere, and this kind of scrap, that scrap, or whatever, and tools scattered, and
so the biggest thing is I'm cutting tons of just small pieces of metal and welding them in to tie the 2 cabs together, and it's the metal is scattered everywhere.
It really is.
Hi, Lori.
And which will be okay. I mean, we'll get it cleaned up eventually, but I'm just not feeling up to it right now, so
I'll clean it up when I'm done.
Yeah. He's just fine, and
I'll just move the truck and then take the tractor and push all this into a pile over there somewhere.
Elaine said, glad you're improving, but taking time to heal up, Jen. It's really, really hard, Lori. Or Elaine. It's really hard because I am used to doing stuff, and I kind of feel some guilt because Wiley's like getting things done, and I'm just being fat and lazy and laying in bed all day, watching soap operas and eating bonbons. Not really. It's more like I'm watching Bones, and that's Let's see. That's good. It reminds me of home. Good work, Wiley.
Hi, Stephen, and welcome. It is a big job, but the sad thing is I'm not able. Because Jen's down without the camera, like we said. I'm just not the type person to be able to think and do everything I need to do and mess with a camera. So not much of it's getting recorded.
He tried, but his memory on his phone was full, and then he was like, whatever, I'm done. I'm just going to do it. And so he gets discouraged really easily.
If I don't stay focused on the project at hand, then things aren't going to go anywhere. And
Yeah.
I can't stay focused on the progress at hand if I'm messing with camera.
Dave said that truck is missing more than it has. The hood's over there.
It ain't missing nothing. It's all here. It just,
It's just all over the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just, Wiley's always got piles of junk. So junk metal or piles of junk wood or piles of just junk. And which is a really good thing because now when he comes to build this truck, he's able to just go look around the yard and make things work instead of spending money. Because our budget's about this big. And yeah.
It's good, Elaine. Just I don't know if you can even see it there, but I haven't had any issues whatsoever. It's healing up just fine.
We had a few antibiotics left over from another thing, so when he come home that day, I cleaned it out real good with peroxide, and then made him take the few antibiotics we had left, and it seems to have done good because it doesn't show any signs of infection, so that's good. It's here, there,
exactly
over
right,
and up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the story of our life.
But at least it's here. I mean, it's somewhere around here. I can find it and make it work. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And usually it's like, well, it was here, but now it might be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I thought I saw it the other day, but I can't remember where. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. So the hardest thing that I honestly had pretty much.
Yeah, Lori, he was lucky.
Well, oh yeah.
Oh, and sorry, Danimals, I didn't respond to your comment earlier about the tomato plants. Sorry they didn't produce. He said his Cherokee Purples finally have a couple tomatoes on them, but
wow,
maybe they were missing some nutrients in your soil because there's nitrogens for foliage, but if you have too much nitrogen, it'll inhibit your fruit, the plant fruiting, and so I think it's phosphorus or magnesium or something that's good for fruiting. I can't remember. I always have to look it up. Hey, Willis, how's it going?
Willis. Hello.
Sorry, I had to go back.
So I think I've tried to say this like a couple of times and got sidetracked. But yesterday, so the one thing about this truck whenever I started building it, and I don't know how to explain it to make it make sense, but because I had to cut the firewall off of the 2014, I had to cut the whole firewall out of the 1962. In that process, the two trucks are obviously totally different. And in that process, like, I had to cut everything to do with the windshield wipers out. I was really pretty much just settled on it being a dry weather truck because I didn't know.
I told him just Rain-X the crap out of the windshield and we'll be all right. If it gets to raining too hard, we'll pull over until it passes.
I didn't know what I was going to do. But yes, the night before last, I thought about it. It was on my mind. I stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go to sleep. And I got it figured out. Yesterday morning, I got up. I had the 2014 wiper motor. And I had to tear everything apart on the arms of the 62, turn everything around backwards, and use the 2014 wiper motor. But I got everything working. Now I actually have, mist and, all the different settings of the 2014, which is awesome. But I got it all done.
Does your 62 wipers even have a thing for the mist to come out?
Well, no, mist is where you grab the switch and you just hit it and they just do one time and they go off.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I was thinking like where you spray the washer fluid on the windows.
No, you got the mist set where you just hit it one time and the wipers come on and go off. And then you got your delay settings, and then you got your low and your high settings. So I have all that.
The animals, it probably was the soil. I know that we've we've had a big, beautiful garden in the past with no fruits and vegetables because our soil wasn't balanced. Rochelle said, who needs wipers?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was prepared to not have any, to be honest with you.
And Dave said, in that process, I lost the cutting torch. Like you know us or something. Let's see. And then Tammy and Jeff said, hand crank wipers, put it on the passenger side. Yeah.
Hey, I've done it before.
Yeah. They said, speaking from experience, we could just have a string on both sides. He can pull it one way and I'll pull it the other, and then just kind of work it like this as we're going.
So my best friend growing up, whenever we was young, his dad had an old Ford Courier pickup, and we was driving it one day, and the wipers went out. So we just took a rope and put it through the wing windows out to the wipers, and I was set inside while he was driving doing this.
Dave said, reminds me of that Johnny Cash song. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 automobile. I don't know the tune.
One piece at a time is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Isn't the hood a different year?
On what?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, what year is your hood?
It's a 60 model hood.
Yeah. Yep. So he's got the 60 and the 62 covered, huh? What other parts you got?
What's
that blue truck up there?
That's a 64.
There you go. You're missing the 61 and the 63.
Well,
and added 2014 to it.
The grill that Rebel has that I'm getting is going to be a 61 grill.
Redneckery at its finest.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, it's filling in all those numbers.
You're planning on putting a flatbed on it, right?
No, not really. I mean, it's going to kind of be I'm just going to cover the frame, but I want it left open like a semi truck. You know, it's going to have what they call a catwalk goes in between the frame on a semi truck, and that's basically all it's going to be. It's just going to be a catwalk.
And then with some stacks, this thing would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Sam said Wiley knows music too. It's gonna take me a while to call you Dave and not Sam anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've known you the whole time I've known you. You've been Sam. Now
well, I mean, we knew different a long time ago.
I know, but we never called him by his real name. That guy with the cute dog.
Yeah.
Holy cow, there's 30. Well, my phone says 31 people. The phone says 29. Y'all make sure you hit that like button. Wiley's finally starting to gain some momentum on his channel.
Yeah. I'm getting right on up there. I'm like 965 on subs. And it's my watch time hours that's very lacking.
Hey, Glenda. Yeah, so Wiley needs less than 40 subscribers to hit 1,000 subscribers, and then we can go live straight from his channel.
Yep.
And not have to use third party streaming software like StreamYard. So
and I think we're going to start doing these lives every Friday just to kind of help get my watch time hours up and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Look something up real quick. You can call me anything. I'll most likely answer anyway. Kind of like the whole, you can call me whatever you want, but don't call me late for dinner.
Right.
I don't even know what we're doing for dinner. I'm slightly hungry, but have zero motivation to cook dinner tonight. So
I think Mikey should cook dinner.
I agree. Mikey should cook dinner. You got any pellets for the grill? I'll start watching videos 2 times for you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I think there's some in. I think there's enough in there to cook dinner.
Except all of our meat is frozen. I was thinking like of smoking a pork butt or something, but
well, we ain't got time to smoke pork butt.
No, not unless we wanted to eat it 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, how's it going? From Adair, Oklahoma.
Hey, Sean.
This is actually like quite a lot of people in here.
No kidding.
I'm surprised. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Oh, don't say that, Willis. Don't say that. I'm not a pizza fan at all. Although she forces me to eat it every now and then, I'm not a fan.
Hi, Roberta. How are you?
Hi, Roberta.
I like pizza, especially with all of the toppings.
Now, she makes a homemade pizza that is fabulous.
I can't take all the credit for it, though, because the dough recipe I used came from Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse. So, I can't take all the credit, but make that fresh dough and put fresh herbs and garlic in it, and then pile everything on top of it and put it in the oven.
And it's awesome.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's like this thick when I'm done with it. Roberta came to visit last year and made us those pizzeritos. Those weren't bad.
Yeah, those were good.
It was like a pizza burrito. So it was kind of like a quesadilla, but with pizza toppings inside.
Yeah,
it was really good. Oh, hey, look, I hadn't hit the like button.
Why do I feel like around here is almost as bad as our phone gun?
Leave me alone, Mikey.
Michael's a minimalist. Yeah. Like he literally he just turned 18 and he has a blanket and a pillow and hammock in his room and then like his phone charger. That's it. He is seriously a minimalist. And when it comes to clothes, he's got like 5 outfits and that's it.
That's gonna keep backup.
Yeah.
That's definitely the easiest way to do it, but that's not the best way to do it at all. Those frozen pizzas from like Walmart, Jen buys them every now and then from our local grocery store. They have them on sale for like $1 a piece sometimes over at our $2 a piece, I guess.
Yeah,
our
it's usually
grocery
like
store.
5 pizzas for $10.
And for that kind of money, you know, I'll deal with it, but they're not my favorite at all.
We eat them in a pinch, but not, yeah. Does it run yet?
Yes, Sean, actually, it runs and drives. I mean, it ran and drove without the cab even on it. I left everything 100% together whenever I'm putting this all together. But I'm just doing...
Well, since there's more
tying
people in
up
here,
some loose ends. Yeah.
Since there's more people in here, you can reiterate the story and, you know.
So, Sean, here's what we got. You wasn't in here a while ago whenever I give this tour, but it's a mess in here right now, but so this is all 2014 Dash. Everything was still intact. I just set the 62 cab down over the top of the floorboard and the dash and everything from the 2014. I've been working on tying everything together because I've got to weld the 62 cab to the 2014 floorboard. So building all those plates and everything and welding all that stuff together is what I've been working on. Then up front, same thing, tying the 2014 firewall into the 62 model cab. I've got to finish that on out all around over this way. That side's all done. Now I'm working my way this way. But I never disassembled it far enough that it wouldn't run and drive like it was.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. returns to NASCAR Xfinity. I don't know what NASCAR Xfinity is.
I don't either. I've been out of the loop on NASCAR for quite a while. I don't know what's going on there anymore.
The video quality got bad.
Did it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the worst ever, but it's not clear.
You picking it up, carrying it around, mess it up a bit?
Probably. You may be connected. You may not be connected to Wi-Fi. It doesn't look like you are. We're kind of
Oh,
outside, a little ways from the Wi-Fi. So
yeah, I bet that's what it is. I bet I'm just not connected.
I can still see and hear you fine. Well, that's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what matters, even though it's not crystal clear. Like on Wiley's phone, it looks great, but on my phone, it's fuzzy.
I wonder if I'll mess things up if I try to connect it to the Wi-Fi.
I don't know. I'd leave it alone.
Let's try it.
Okay, if it messes up,
Oh,
with
no, I'm
Wiley's
connected.
fault, yeah. Oh. You sure?
Yeah.
I don't see the
Yeah,
little
it's right there.
Wi-Fi. Oh, well, maybe it just looks different than mine. Buffered for me, but fine now. It probably happened when you stuck the phone in the truck.
Yeah, maybe.
Willis said he gave up on NASCAR. Brown-eyed girl says it's clear to me. Well, that's good.
I didn't give up on it. There's too much stuff going on, and for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I just hadn't had the opportunity to watch it. So I'm just out of the loop anymore.
Wiley and I, guys, for the most part, aside from this last 2 weeks that I've been bedridden, Wiley and I probably watch an hour of TV a month.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Like, we do not watch TV. Like I said, aside from the last couple weeks, I've been binge watching because I've been bedridden. But
yeah, I think she's already went through like every season of Bones.
Hey, I'm on season 9 and there's 12. So by the end of this week, I'll probably be done with every single season of Bones. And it'll take me 3 weeks to watch it all. And it took them like 12 or 13 years to make all of those episodes. So.
Yeah, Sean said he was going to go. He started to go check out the new property, but he didn't want to be on a trespassing video.
Oh. Come on, that would have been a really great title for us. Yeah, because I think they helped Jeff move. Did y'all help Jeff move?
Yep.
I thought so.
How much y'all get done over there, Sean? I haven't got to watch any of the videos yet. Oh, Sam Hurl.
Xfinity is dirt track racing.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably be more interested in that.
I like dirt track, yeah. I mean, I like NASCAR. Just
Glenda said, we watch NASCAR, but it ends up in me taking a nap.
yeah.
Roberta said, I love crime shows and try to solve the crimes before they tell us who done it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
I know. I'm getting pretty good at predicting what's going to happen.
What is that? What?
All of it done, great food.
Awesome.
So because I think the goal was just to move some big stuff and some chicken coops and stuff like that.
The hoop coops and stuff, yeah. Yeah, awesome, good.
I wish we could have been there.
Yeah, I know it.
I would really enjoy it.
It's all her fault.
It is. I will take full responsibility. It is my fault.
What'd Sam say before that?
That the Xfinity is dirt track racing?
Could have swore I seen something about a truck. I don't know. Maybe it is track.
Sean says he's got a video out about it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos posted, but I just haven't had the opportunity to watch any yet because
he's busy.
Well,
yeah.
And the bad thing is whenever I work out here on this thing, I don't have a shop. Obviously, you see my truck sitting out here in the open, working on it. And I'm working out here on this thing till dark every night. And that's when it's time to put tools down, whenever I can't see anymore. And then whenever I go in, my mind is like, I can't get it to stop going through what's next, what I need to do next.
And so when it gets dark, he comes inside and then does research.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, none of our friends are posting videos about how to build this truck. So he's not watching a lot of videos right now unless it is regarding problem solving with this build.
Right.
So
Right.
Dave said Wiley, the professional shade tree mechanic. Yeah.
I don't even have a shade tree. Look, it's not even.
Y'all can't see, but he parked the sawmill trailer underneath the shade tree. So now that he can't use that for his truck. I never have a time when I can see or when I can't see tools. I plug in work lights so I can keep going. He said, I am the same way. Then I cannot stop my brain. Right.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
He said, Danimal said, I was outside working until midnight last night.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, if I had a shop with lights and stuff in it, oh yeah, I'd probably wind up dying building this truck because I'd never sleep.
Yeah, he probably would, because I can't even come drag him in. I don't know how many times in the last week he's told me that he wishes he had a shop. Or it was like really late the other night. We had gone to bed and Wiley had already fallen asleep, and then one of the kids called and woke him up, and then it was like 2:00 in the morning before we could go back to sleep. And we were sitting outside and he was happy he didn't have a shop because he wasn't at that point he wasn't tired. He would have just
I'd already got a good couple hour nap, and my boy called me and woke me up, and it was over. I mean, I was ready to go back to work, but it was dark outside.
Yeah. $35 people. Heck yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be having to get me a shop whenever we get to Arkansas.
So our next project here was going to be to build a shop. But now, when we moved to Arkansas, first priority is building a shelter for us to live in.
Oh no, what are you talking about? I'm getting a shop.
Okay, so how about we do this? We build a shop. We live in the shop till the house is built, and then you can have your shop.
So I still hadn't got a phone call back yet on the well driller.
I think you should call him once we get done. I think you should call him and just touch base, because I know how we get busy, and if it's just something that, we're like, oh, well, we'll go over there and check it out, and we don't write it down on our calendar, we forget. So
I think we'll wait till Monday to do that.
Okay.
Just give him the weekend, because I mean that was only 2 days ago, and he told me within the next few days he would get by there. So
well, I thought the plan was to call him on Monday, but it might have been Wednesday or something before you actually did.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, we are working on getting set up for a well at our new place.
I'm just praying that we don't have the issues that Mama V's had. Mama V's had some major. She's got 380 feet well dug, and it's only producing 0.02 gallons per minute. That's very bad, and I don't want that to happen to us. It scares me to death because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and you can't, just because you hit water doesn't mean you don't have to pay that bill. And so, I mean, all that money is really just a waste.
Yep.
Hey, Steve, how are you? My back's doing good, actually. I had my follow-up appointment today with the surgeon, and they did x-rays and stuff and said that everything is progressing as expected. They were happy to see that I'm getting around so good. But I still have to take it easy, which is hard for me to do, because as of right now, I can't even hardly put my shoes on by myself. And I'm usually really independent. So it's definitely been a rough adjustment for me, but I start physical therapy at the end of next week, and then things should just get better from there. So there's our Miss Piggy.
Why are you coming over here taking... This is my channel.
Oh, well...
We're not here to talk about you.
Hey, they asked. I told them.
Yeah, she must be making her daily rounds. She usually comes around and visits with me for a minute while I'm out
Sean said, build a shop, then the house. Let me know if you need some more hands.
here. I'm thinking that just might be the case. I think our camera's fixed to move.
Yeah, the piggy's walking around our camera right now.
Miss Piggy, leave our camera alone. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here, Miss Piggy. Come here, fat girl. Come here. Come here. Okay, fine. Ignore me.
We actually, Roberta, we sold a bunch of our turkeys. I don't know, a couple months ago. We're slowly getting rid of a bunch of the animals that we have before we make our trip to Arkansas, because we won't have a safe place for them to live while we're there. So, or while we're first getting established. Plus, it's going to be kind of hard when we move because we won't have an income other than what we make off of YouTube. So we have to keep our bills and expenses as low as possible, and animal feed adds up really fast. So,
Nope, you scared her.
I touched her and it scared us both. It hurt. She jumped and it scared me. Let's see what people
What
are
did Linda
saying.
say?
She said, douse for water, then use a jackknife on the end of the string that's attached to the wire hanger you douse with. Each bob is 1 foot deep. I'm not sure what that means.
Huh, I know what she's talking about. I've heard that. All I've ever done was witched. Just just witched for it. And I don't know. But they done that at Mama V's, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
What you doing, Miss Piggy?
So, I mean, you're always taking a chance. You're never guaranteed to actually hit water. Here on our current place, we have a 120-foot well. They hit water at 80 foot, but drilled it out to 120. And we've never had our well go get low.
And what was it, 2 years ago, Darren, whenever we had the really, really cold spell for what was it, a couple weeks? We left our back water hose running the whole time.
Because we didn't want to have to haul water in 5-gallon buckets because our lines froze. So we just left it running to all the animals to make sure everybody always had access to water. Sean said, as advised from someone who has had or who went through back surgery, do not overdo it. Yeah. I'm really trying not to.
I'm having to stay on her pretty good because she's trying to overdo it.
He'll catch me making dinner and he'll send me back to bed like I'm in trouble. I feel like I'm grounded to my room. It was winter of 20 to 21.
Yeah.
It was actually.
This has just been a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
This was
2021 was a really cold winter because that was the first winter I was off work.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
we had gotten snow, and we didn't have water run back there yet.
But we had the hose, and we had to leave the hose on.
Yeah, because I ended up having to put water in 5-gallon buckets and put it on my garden cart and take it back there. By the time I got back to where the animals were, 5-gallon buckets were only half full. So it was very, very tough. Wiley still worked at that time, so all of the farm duties were on me, and the kids were back and forth between our house and their dad's house, and so a lot of times it was 100% my responsibility. And after it thawed out, we threw a hose out, and well, of course we needed about 200 foot right from the back of the house to where the animals were, so we had to have several hoses to be able to reach that far.
Hi, DJ. Sean, believe me, I've thought about it. Because it's hard to keep her from moving around too much.
You got tired down. Yeah. Jody told you the same thing, didn't she? says, yes, you could set yourself back if you overdo it. I know. And I really don't. And that's one of my biggest reasons I'm trying as hard as I am to take it easy, because I want to heal up as fast as possible. When it comes time for us to move to Arkansas, I want to be at my best. And so when I start physical therapy, I'm going to be doing physical therapy like I'm dedicated to going to the gym, because there's nothing I want more than to heal and get better and just get back to a normal life. Because I've been waiting on this surgery for over 3 years, guys, and I am so ready to just get back to normal. I've put on a lot of weight because I just can't do as much, and I'm just ready to get back to normal, like, and be able to do normal people things. So
I'm ready for you to get back to normal. Wait a minute. You've never been normal.
my kind of normal, okay? Normal for me. The house heater kicked on this morning.
Hi,
I
Patty.
hurried down to turn it down to from 65 to 60 since I don't feel we need it on yet. It's been in the 50s in the evening and early mornings for the past 2 weeks.
Holy moly, who was that?
Roberta.
Oh my gosh.
It's been in the low 60s here at night
It's been
for
in
about the last
low to
week.
mid, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't think it's going to get any higher. I think there's a few nights it's supposed to be like 69.
We're supposed to have
But-
some 80s return this week, I think.
Well, I mean nights
During the
though,
day,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's going to be in the 60s now for a while at night.
Yeah, we've been trying to save money by not uh-oh. Is
Uh-oh,
your
my
phone about
phone's
to
going
go dead?
dead.
Country Road Cure just went live anyway, or they're fixing to. So
Yeah, they're 52.
um
What time is it? Oh yeah, we got 4
4:56,
minutes.
yeah. So we've been trying to save money and not run our air conditioner. It is a little bit warm in the house, but I'm just laying in bed, so I just turned our ceiling fan on.
Yeah, she's laying
and
in
I'm
bed doing nothing
Yeah.
and turns all the air conditioners off. And I'm out here working, and I walk in, and it's like a
He's
freaking
like, "It's
sauna
hot."
in there. I can't stand it.
But think of all the money we're saving. You're outside anyway.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, guys, we probably better get off here.
yeah.
Say it's Country Road Cure, Simple Life Complaint.
Country Road Cure. And then I want to say DD5 goes live after them, Drifting Dreamers 5. And then I'm not sure who goes after that, but I know there's several people that go live on Friday after this.
But Country Road Cure's next.
Yep, I just got a notification that they're going live.
All right, guys.
So,
Well, y'all swing over there and see Roxanne and Anthony, and show them a little support. And
everybody here probably already knows them
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah.
and we're going to get off here. Looks like my phone is making us get off here because it's fixing to die.
Yeah.
So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see y'all later.
Yeah, have a blessed day, guys. You gotta hit that end button. I can't reach it.
I can't even see it.
It's right here at the bottom. Yeah, right there.